All right, real quick. Must-have skills number 13. What is it? Before I tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you a quick story. So go check out Gun Fu Fighter's page if you haven't seen this. And he's got a recent post, an older video of a law enforcement officer down in the street with a man on top of him. Gentleman supposedly has mental illness. Cop screaming for help. Another motorist who's armed gets out of his car, tells the man to get away. Cop says, shoot him, I'm scared. Man shoots him, drops the gun, walks away. I comment, and I'm going to paraphrase it. You can go read it if you want to hear it. But I said, that would have been a perfect scenario. And if you go watch it, you'll see cops on his back, dudes on top of him in like a classic mounted position, right? I said, that would have been a perfect time to walk up and just punt the dude right in the face. Just, ha-ha, right? Or even boop, or boop, or the guy's preoccupied. Go sucker punch him right in the back of the neck, full force. I said that would be a good opportunity for that. We have a problem where our training in this country, and I'm in a special position that I get to train coast to coast, north to south, with all kinds of everyday people, cops from little departments, big departments, federal agencies, air marshals, IRS cops, postal cops, special operations soldiers. So I get a big swath of what's up. And what I've seen is that a lot of people are training to use the tool. They're not training to solve a problem, right? So as a carpenter, I can use a skill saw. I can cut straight. That doesn't mean I can build a house. As a mechanic, I can change a part on a car. It doesn't mean I'm an engineer, right? Are you training to use a tool, or are you training to solve a problem? Not everybody needs to be shot. Next thought, and we're going to get to the must-have skill. Cops, federal cops, city cops, state cops, conservation cops, they all have the same rights as the rest of us. Yep, our Constitution covers us all equally. What makes them law enforcement is that we the people, the state, which is we the people, there is no state that is us, that's us. We empower law enforcement to go out and uphold the laws that we deem to be accurate. If you don't like the laws, change them. If you don't like the politicians, change them too. Another conversation. They have the same rights as us. Meaning, I don't need to have a badge to protect life and limb. It is instilled in me at the spark of life for me to be able to protect this spark. It's instilled in me, just as it is in you, to keep breathing. I don't need some piece of paper or a badge to tell me that it is okay to protect my life, my neighbor's, my child's, or yours, and neither do you. Why is this important? Because if it is important to you, you should have more than a tool. More than a tool being a gun or a knife. So I posted that, and somebody said, I posted that comment, nice thought, but if you walked up to him, he could pull out a butcher knife and stab him and stab you. Well, that just says that the person doesn't have an understanding of what we're looking at or talking about. Yes, the guy could pull out a knife. So could I, right? Easy peasy. We all could have knives. That's not the point, though. The point is that you have more available to you. Are you training to be good with a tool, or are you training to solve problems? So must-have skills number 13. Are you visualizing problem solving? Are you training to where you can see and feel and taste victory, winning? No, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky stuff. The best in the world at anything, from fighter pilots to trauma surgeons to salespeople to NFL football players, use visualization. It's not some hocus pocus. It is the stuff of champions. If you cannot visualize yourself walking up and punting somebody in the face that's hurting a cop, and then maybe stepping back and drawing your pistol and saying, get away, I'm going to shoot you if you don't stop. Help is on the way, officer. I'm sorry that you were getting wrestled on in the street, and don't worry, I got you. Last part was a joke. If you can't visualize yourself doing that, how are you going to do it? If you can't visualize yourself rising to the occasion, how will you do it? If you can't visualize and see yourself winning in violence, if you can't see yourself having a smooth draw stroke and pressing the shot off and watching your opponent fall, yes, that is graphic. How do you think you're going to do it? If you cannot see yourself doing the right thing, when you need to, at the right time, as our friend Dave Harrington says. How do you think you're going to do it? If you are only training to go and run drills, if you are only training to get good at shooting your gun, you're not training to fight. You're training to play with your guns. Who's seen combatives videos where the guru teaching has his opponents lined up and he and he does stuff and the guy falls back, right? He pushes and the dude falls. He swings the arms and the dude can't do anything. That's bullshit. It's bullshit because the training partner is not aggressing. He's not aggressing because if he did, it wouldn't work. This doesn't mean every time you train you have somebody trying to hurt you. You have to understand where I'm going with this. If the person that you are fighting against allows you to do whatever you want, why are you drawing a gun or a knife or a taser? If they're submissive, you need not use violence. Why would you train to be good at dealing with somebody who's submissive and nonviolent? Doesn't make sense. Final analysis, number 13. Visualize winning. Visualize doing the right thing. In your training, do not train to be good with tools. Train to be good with tools to solve problems. That is not something we can cover in a few-minute video, but it should expand your mind to think about what it is you're doing every day for your job, for the department that you train, for the soldiers that you train, for the people in your department, whatever it may be, from a post office to Walmart to your family. Is your training to solve problems, or are you just training to be good at tasks? There is a very specific difference. Some of you may think if I'm good at shooting, I can solve the problem. No, you're good at shooting. That does not make you good at solving the problem, unless the problem is a piece of cardboard that will stand still and wait for a beep. Beep, boom, 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 boom. That is a mechanical skill. Train to solve problems, train to visualize yourself winning, seek to do right. Understand the laws where you live. Understand the laws in places that you travel to. If you don't like the laws, use your time here as a citizen to change them. Because you know what? You can do that. It's pretty darn cool. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Happy hump day. Don't be a dickhead. Be well. Good. Move.
Buddy, he's hurt. What's your buddy? He's
Jane, how much time do I have?
bad.